Look, right now, a massive number of hiring Americans are secretly going broke. Today, we're breaking down exactly why the $100,000 salary has become a total trap, and more importantly, exactly how you can escape it. It's so easy to look at a six-figure income and think, yep, I've made it, right? But the reality for millions is entirely different. We're going to map out this whole journey together, moving from the sheer anxiety of fake wealth all the way to true, lasting financial security.
Okay, let's just dive straight into the emotional reality of this fake wealth. On the outside, it looks like the absolute pinnacle of the American dream. We're talking the pristine suburban home, the gleaming new SUV parked perfectly in the driveway. But man, behind closed doors, the reality is literally crushing. It's that silent, gut-wrenching panic of staring down a mountain of bills, sitting completely alone at the dining room table, just sweating over how to make the math work for one more month.
Because let's be real, this isn't just about bad math. It is this oppressive, heavy presence. Consumer debt literally looms over you like a giant shadow monster, slowly crushing you down with the sheer, unrelenting anxiety of living paycheck to paycheck. It's a weight that follows you from the dining table right to your bed. And it validates that silent panic so many high earners feel every single day when they realize, wow, my massive salary actually isn't enough to keep this monster at bay.
So that brings us to phase 2, the illusion of credit. Let's actually look at the direct pain points like those nasty auto loans and credit card APRs that build this exact trap.
Think of it like this. Your paycheck arrives, right? You're excited. But it instantly drains away through this whole system of leaky pipes. Rent and mortgages take a massive deduction right off the top. Then boom, those high-interest auto loans create this constant, unforgiving drain on your cash. And finally, credit card APRs step in and demand these crushing minimum payments. Your money is literally rerouted to your creditors before you can even use a dime of it. You earn it, sure, but you never actually see it.
And the result? Zero. Your usable income rapidly and brutally hits absolute zero. You're working incredibly hard, you're bringing in a great salary, but that heavy, constantly growing burden of debt just leaves you completely exhausted. You basically become nothing more than a middleman. You're simply moving money from your employer directly to your lenders with absolutely nothing left over to build your own future. Crazy, right?
But here is where things shift. Phase 3, the awakening. This is exactly where we move from the depressing reality into some real inspiration.
The shift always starts with knowledge. Financial freedom actually begins the moment you turn on the light and those shadows of debt start to shrink. As you start educating yourself, diving into the psychology of money and actively rewiring your mindset, that terrifying shadow monster of debt we talked about, it physically starts to retreat. You take back control not necessarily by earning more, but through basic, incredibly powerful financial literacy.
Which leads us right into phase 4, tactical solutions. Let's get into the actionable, step-by-step things you actually need to do to escape this trap. It all starts with something as simple as a savings jar. Step 1, you just accumulate spare change and small coins. I know it doesn't seem like much at first, but it essentially breaks the toxic cycle of spending every single thing you earn. Then, step 2, as that financial habit builds up, you begin to stack dollar bills. And step 3, eventually, through sheer consistency, that completely filled jar practically transforms into solid gold. It's the totally tangible result of steady, daily habits that slowly but surely rebuild your financial foundation.
Now, what's genuinely amazing about this is the ultimate wealth-building tool you now have at your disposal, the aggressive growth of compound interest. Once you actually stop paying high interest to lenders and start earning it for yourself, well, your wealth begins to grow exponentially. Year 1 just builds the base, Year 5 shows some real momentum, and by Year 10, that upper trajectory is sharp, aggressive, and completely undeniable. Your money is finally doing the heavy lifting for you.
And that brings us to the final stage, Phase 5, achieving real security. This is where we reach the calm shores of true financial independence.
So what's the ultimate payoff here? That massive debt monster vanishes completely, period. It's replaced by this glowing aura of real, unshakable financial security. You finally get to close that stressful work laptop and instead spend quality, uninterrupted time with your family. Because look, the goal here isn't just to get rich. It's to literally buy back your time and your peace of mind. It's about waking up every single morning without that crushing weight sitting on your chest. This escape route from a high-earning nightmare to genuine freedom is absolutely possible. So the crucial question we have to ask is this: are you actually living the American dream, or are you just financing the illusion of one? Take these tactical lessons, turn on the light, and start shrinking your debt today.